In Chennai, flood mounts to 9. India Today crew in the eye of the storm. All right, viewers, let's take you now to the latest news break that is filtering in, and it's a confirmation of India Today's news break earlier this afternoon. Revanth Reddy has now become the Chief Minister designate for the state of Telangana. What we have been given to understand that over 50 MLAs wanted Revanth Reddy as their leader. India Today told you first that Revanth Reddy was going to be the Chief Minister of Telangana. The swearing-in ceremony will take place 11 a.m. December 7th. That decision has been made a short while ago. KC Venugopal addressed a press conference. Listen in.
Mr. D.K. Shivakumar and Manikrao Dakreji has given detailed report on their observation about the CLP meeting. After considering this report and with the discussion with the senior leadership, Honorable Congress President decided to go with Revanth Reddy, our PCC President, as the new CLP of Telangana Legislative Party. The swearing will be happen day after tomorrow, 7th.
All right, viewers, let's cut across immediately to my colleague Milan Sharma, who's joining us outside the Congress headquarters. DK Shivkumar has been in Delhi, and the latest that has come in from the Congress is a definitive answer on who has won the Game of Thrones where Telangana is concerned. It's no one else but Revanth Reddy. Milan, what swung it in favor of Reddy? What we're given to understand, over 50 MLAs, if I'm not wrong, 53 MLAs out of 64 wanted Reddy as the man in the hot seat.
Well, that's right, Preeti. There were 53 MLAs that were backing Revanth Reddy, and not just that, looking at the way the elections has swung in the favor of the Congress party, not just Revanth Reddy, but, it was a handled teamwork by the Congress party and in the Telangana state, and which is what has led to, the victory of the Congress. And of course, you cannot ignore the fact that Revanth Reddy, did face resistance from a lot of senior leaders of the party initially, but of course, he had the mandate from the top, leaders of Delhi's High Command, and that is what has swung it in his favor. Not contesting the fact that he's also worked really hard as the leader in Telangana to bring forward victory for Congress. But let me tell you, the next question here is, of course, and people are going to ask, that is Revanth Reddy going to be the only face for the party in Telangana? And no, KC Venugopal and both DK Shivakumar smiled when we asked them whether they are going to be deputy CMs as well, because that's going to be the big question. Accommodating the senior leaders is also, something the party is looking at. And the statement makes it very clear. They said it's not going to be a one-man show. It's going to be a team work there, Preeti.
And like it has been in Karnataka, do stay on with me, Milan, coming right back where my Milan is, where our correspondent Milan is reporting from outside the Congress headquarters. We'll also cut across to T.S. Sudhir, a political analyst, keeping a close eye on all developments in Telangana. Sudhir, we are definitely looking at a deputy chief minister as well.
Yes, there are in fact speculations that there could be deputy chief ministers, because the neighboring state of Andhra Pradesh has as many as 5. But we were told that Revanth Reddy not really keen on having too many deputy chief ministers because that would kind of dilute his position within the entire cabinet. So he's not very keen. But yes, the tug of war taking place, just adding to what Milan was talking about. The kind of objections that were raised by the likes of Uttam Kumar Reddy, who was earlier PCC chief, as well as Bhatti Vikramarka, who is the CLP leader in the last legislature. Their contention was that they have actually posted much better results in the districts that they were in charge of. For instance, Uttam Kumar Reddy has won 11 out of 12 seats in Nalgonda district from where he comes. Bhatti Vikramarka winning 9 out of 10 in Khammam district from where he comes. In comparison, they were putting out the fact that Malkajgiri Lok Sabha constituency, which Revanth Reddy represents in the Lok Sabha, he did not actually win most of the seats. So they are saying that his track record has not been really much to speak about. And in fact, they should be given a chance. But the biggest contentious point was the fact that Revanth Reddy is an accused in the cash for vote scam, and that's why they think that it would be a little risky to have him as the Chief Minister of Telangana.
But you know, Sudhir, one quick question before we cut across to our reporters on ground, and we'll of course come back to you later, is how much of a catalyst in this decision has been DK Shiv Kumar? Because Revanth Reddy has been looked as DK Shiv Kumar's man as well. DK Shiv Kumar has been in the national capital, giving his observations as well. How much of a role there?
Well, I can tell you from very informed sources that it was decided much before the 30th November voting that Revanth Reddy would be the preferred choice if the Congress made it to power. And the persons who were responsible for this decision included Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, and DK Shiv Kumar. DK Shiv Kumar has pretty much been the points person of the High Command in Telangana through this campaign. And in fact, in the weeks leading up to the campaign, he has been the one who has been kind of deciding on any kind of contentious issues, firefighting, all those kind of things. DK Shiv Kumar has been the man. So his role has been significant. He was the one who was talking to both Bhatti Vikramarka and Uttam Kumar Reddy,
right,
ensure that there was no issue, there were no fissures appearing as the decision was being reached.
You know, Sudhir, stay on with me. I want to cut across to my colleague Apurva and Abdul, who are both joining us right now from Ground Zero, Hyderabad. Apurva, how is now at the local unit, because there was a bit of opposition where it came down to the local Congress unit. We'd seen it echo even back in the national capital, but all of that now laid to rest. Do you see it now completely die down and a unanimous selection where Revanth Reddy is concerned?
Preeti, we're just outside Hotel Ella, where it all just happened, the CPL meeting as well as the decision declaring of Revanth Reddy. And now several cadres have also gathered here. If I can just ask my cameraman to pan, all of these people who have gathered here are cadres who are quite elated that Revanth Reddy has been chosen as the Chief Ministerial candidate in the face of Chief Minister here for Telangana. Now what's going to happen is, who's going to be, is there going to be a Deputy Chief Minister, or are there going to be two more portfolios that will be allotted for Uttam Kumar Reddy as well as for Bhatti Vikramarka? That's something that is yet to be seen. But as of now, the AICC has given its decision that the next Chief Minister of Telangana chosen by the Congress for the Congress is going to be Revanth Reddy here in Telangana. So it's going to be a huge date, December 7th. That is exactly 48 hours from now. We're going to see the swearing-in ceremony. In fact, Revanth himself has just now left from Hotel Ella, and he's going to be he's en route to the airport, where he's going to be taking that special flight and leaving to Delhi, where he will be meeting with the AICC High Command as well. Already we do know that
Revanth Reddy is on his way to the national capital, Apurva. Is that what you're saying? So Revanth Reddy on his way to the national capital is what we are hearing in, and in 48 hours will be his oath taking, the designate Chief Minister of Telangana, Revanth Reddy. Abdul Bashir, I want to bring you in. Earlier on, Revanth Reddy, when we spoke to him, when the results were out the day before, Abdul, he said that I want to request, because he was so sure that it's going to be the Congress in the state of Telangana. He had said, I want to request the Congress High Command that let the oath taking happen on the 9th of December, which is Sonia Gandhi's birthday. And they see, or at least the Congress unit sees Sonia Gandhi being the one of the creator of Telangana, because it happened under her watch and the Congress's watch. Why is it that now the oath taking has been moved forward to the 7th December and not the 9th?
As we speak, Revanth Reddy had earlier mentioned in his rallies, also speaking with India Today, he's mentioned that December 9th is the day which is Sonia Gandhi's birthday. Also, it is when it was declared as, Telangana separate state was declared on December 9th. That is said to be an auspicious day for the Telangana Congress. So this is what is the point that had been taken by Revanth Reddy. Time and again, he had been claiming that Congress is going to form government in Telangana. He spoke on our roundtable conference as well, where he mentioned how the ground reality is. How is the Congress going to gain power in Telangana? What is the BRS drawback in Telangana? Everything was spoken. He knew at that point. He knew that Congress is going to form government. But at another point, he knew that he's also going to be the Chief Minister of Telangana. When the CLP meeting took place, Revanth Reddy was the one who had given a one-line resolution was passed where he had stated that whatever would be the AICC decision or High Command decision, it has to be followed. And all the 64 MLAs stood by his word, and then the opinion was taken, and somewhere he knew that he is the right designate of probable candidate, and he would be chosen as Chief Minister
so
of Telangana.
What really went down? Okay, Abdul, my colleague,
completely clear in his mind. He's a tall leader.
All right, okay. Abdul Bashir is stationed at the airport. That is where Revanth Reddy is going to reach any time now. He's going to take that flight to the national capital, and he's going to meet the Congress High Command here. DK Shiv Kumar already stationed in the national capital. Revanth Reddy, the next Chief Minister of Telangana, Chief Minister designate, that's for sure. Sudhir, I want to bring you in for a quick comment before we move on to our other stories, and that comes from the fact, why 7th December? All earlier was very clear that it would be 9th December, Sonia Gandhi's birthday. He'd said it multiple times, even when we interviewed him here 2 days ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 9th December was a good point to say during the campaign, but also the Congress leadership realizing that if this really stretches on, the optics of this entire fissures playing out in the public domain won't really do well for the Congress image, which is why they want to get this done as soon as possible. After meeting the national leadership, Revanth Reddy will come back to Hyderabad, and 7th of December would be the swearing-in ceremony. A quick point you mentioned about the deputy chief ministers. Well, different names, because they want to have a woman deputy chief minister, a Muslim deputy chief minister, and also someone from the SC community. So if all that representation is given, if Revanth Reddy agrees to that kind of a formula, and that's a big if, then there are several names like Sitaka, Bhatti Vikramarka, Mohammad Shabir Ali, all doing the rounds, could actually fit in those.
Well, it's interesting because when DK Shiv Kumar was asked on the issue of Deputy Chief Minister, he himself is one. He smiled, and it seemed that it's going to happen in the state of Telangana as well. But with that, I appreciate all our colleagues. Milan, who's been reporting right outside the Delhi Congress headquarters where that press conference just took place. Apurva and Abdul getting us latest from ground zero. The Chief Minister designate is on his way to the national capital to meet the High Command viewers. With that, we're going to get into a quick break, and then we're going to shift the focus to the 3 states in the Hindi heartland who still don't know who their Chief Minister would be. Well, kaun banega Chief Minister of Rajasthan, of Chhattisgarh, of Madhya Pradesh? We'll tell you on the other side. Do stay with us.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company. You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
The true viewership king stands tall. Absolute domination on results day. Viewership super smash.
The live concurrent data clearly shows India Today's lead is almost thrice. You could add up times now in Republic. Rajdeep, I think you can add all of them and they still won't come to India Today.
Since you have advertised this program as double engine, BJP ka double engine clear hai.
Decimates the competition. Viewers reward India's #1 channel. No fakery, no fixing, only facts. India's true #1 channel.
BJP may have won the Rajasthan battle royale, but the million-dollar question now is, kaun banega Mukhyamantri? The list of contenders is long. Two-time Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje Scindia will fancy her chances but was not named the Chief Minister face before the elections. She has the backing of over 20 MLAs but has been at odds with the state leadership. During her term as Chief Minister, she was accused of being inaccessible. Hailed as the Yogi of Rajasthan, Mahant Balak Nath, the head of the Baba Mast Nath Mutt in Rohtak, is in the race for Chief Minister. Balak Nath is an OBC leader with influence in the Alwar region. Selecting him will cater to the Hindutva vote bank. Late Maharani Gayatri Devi's granddaughter Diya Kumari is being groomed by the BJP. But will the High Command pick Diya Kumari for Chief Minister, ignoring other claimants? The BJP could also opt for Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. The Lok Sabha MP from Jodhpur had actively campaigned in Rajasthan. Shekhawat was involved in a public spat with former Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot over the Sanjeevani Credit Cooperative Society scam during the campaign. Union Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal, a former bureaucrat, is also among the contenders. Known to enjoy Prime Minister Narendra Modi's confidence, Meghwal is a 3-time parliamentarian and the party's Dalit face in Rajasthan. CP Joshi, a 2-time Lok Sabha member from Chittorgarh since 2014, who heads the BJP state unit, is seen as a dark horse for the post.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a B&P Group company.
मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि दिग्विजय बाबू कौन से ईवीएम का, कांग्रेस के अंदर जो कपड़ा फाड़ वाला ईवीएम था उसकी चर्चा तो पार्टी के अंदर कर लें, क्यों ईवीएम पर वो चिकड़ा फोड़ रहे हैं? तेलंगाना में नहीं कुछ बोलेंगे, हिमाचल में नहीं कुछ बोले, पंजाब में नहीं कुछ बोले, दिल्ली में जब ये जीत गए केजरीवाल तो कोई कुछ नहीं बोला, अब ईवीएम पर आ रहा है। अरे जनता ने आपको नकार दिया, उसको स्वीकार करें ना। ईवीएम का जब जीत जाते हैं तो बल्ले बल्ले, हार जाते हैं तो ईवीएम।
मैं उन लोगों को टीआरएस कैंडिडेट का और कांग्रेस कैंडिडेट का हिसाब से ही देख रहा हूँ। 101%, not in 100, 101% from the beginning.
Confident in his words, the 53-year-old BJP leader pulled it through with aplomb. K. Venkata Ramana Reddy of the BJP emerged victorious in Telangana's prestigious Kamareddy constituency, defeating the outgoing Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao and the CM in waiting Revanth Reddy of Congress, although KCR won Gajwel and Revanth Reddy secured the Kodangal assembly seat. However, K. Venkata Ramana Reddy's triumph in Kamareddy labelled him as the BJP's giant slayer in Telangana. A businessman turned politician with declared assets exceeding 49 crore rupees. He joined the BJP in 2018. K. Venkata Ramana Reddy entered politics as a Congress member of the Mandal Parishad Territorial Council during the YS Rajashekara Reddy government in 2004. Subsequently, he became a Zilla Parishad Territorial Council member and served as Zilla Parishad chairperson. K. Venkata Ramana Reddy parted ways with Congress following YSR's death. In 2023, he defeated his nearest rival, the powerful KCR, with a margin of more than 6,700 votes in Kamareddy. Bureau Report, India Today.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a B&P Group company.
Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com. हर फैमिली होगी इंश्योर्ड। Tata Safari, reclaim your life.
Good evening, viewers. You're watching To The Point, and I'm Preeti Choudhry, who is going to be the Chief Minister in 3 states of the Hindi heartland, which the Bharatiya Janata Party has swept away. Well, lots of suspense that continues after the landslide victory in all 3 states. It's time to find out who will run the states. The BJP's top leadership expected to announce the names in the few coming days, but there's so much going on in the backdrop of it all, behind the scenes action. Hectic parleys, politicking. Here's the detailed report.
The results are out, but the race is still on. The BJP, which swept the 3 key Hindi heartland states of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, is yet to pick chief ministers. Hectic parleys are on both in state capitals and in New Delhi. The BJP did not project any face for the chief minister's post in Rajasthan. Former CM Vasundhara Raje Scindia is among those in the race for CM's chair. A day after the Rajasthan results, more than 28 BJP MLAs, including Gopi Chand Meena and Shankar Singh Rawat, met Raje at her residence. While Raje held court in Jaipur, Rajasthan BJP President CP Joshi and in charge of the state Arun Singh met Home Minister Amit Shah and party chief JP Nadda in Delhi. Sources say the BJP top brass is going to hold a meeting on Saturday or Sunday with party MLAs. Sources also say that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will take the final decision on the Chief Minister. In Madhya Pradesh as well, discussions are on. There is speculation that the party may opt for the tried and tested Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the current Chief Minister who has proved himself by winning the state for a 5th term. Chauhan, however, says he was never in any CM race.
पार्टी ने जब जो काम दिया उस काम को पूरी प्रामाणिकता, ईमानदारी और जितना मुझ में सामर्थ्य था उस सामर्थ्य को झोंक के मैंने वो काम पूरा करने का प्रयास किया है। मैं मुख्यमंत्री का दावेदार ना तो पहले कभी रहा और ना आज हूं।
In Chhattisgarh too, there is no clarity on who will be the next CM.
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी में मुख्यमंत्री कौन होंगे इसका तय करने का काम हमारे राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व को है, जो संसदीय बोर्ड होता है उनको है, और इस बार भी छत्तीसगढ़ में वही होगा। हमारा राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व ही यहाँ पर मुख्यमंत्री तय करेंगे।
Will BJP pick tried faces or effect a generational change when it chooses the CMs? Any decision will also take into account how it will help the party in the big 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's immediately cut across to senior journalist Avinash Kalla, who's joining us from Jaipur, Rajasthan. And Avinash, if you look at it, we're also joined by Amitabh Tiwari as well, political strategist and commentator. But Avinash, I know you have an appointment. You have to leave in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So coming to you first, of all the 3 states, Avinash, all eyes are trained on what's going on in Rajasthan, especially what has gone down in the last 24 hours. 44 MLAs come and meet Vasundhara Raje Scindia. Clearly, there's a fair amount of muscle flexing. On the other hand, there's the name of Baba Balak Nath. And then there's a meeting in the national capital where Mr. CP Joshi is concerned with JP Nadda. What's going on in Rajasthan?
Well, the Rajasthan elections have gone down to the wire, and post-election also it looks like a tight race. Preeti, as you have said in the report, that finally the decision lies with the Prime Minister. So it's he who has to calculate that does he have enough numbers to shift, to get into that, generational change, as you were saying. But as of now, look at the Rajasthan victory. It might look good on paper, like there is a difference of 45 MLAs, but that is not a kind of victory BJP is used to in the state. It was 120, it was 163. So do they have enough numbers to go into the parliament without a tried-tested face is a call that only the Prime Minister can take, because this was an election for him. With this victory, he has proven that he can win a state on his face. So now is the big question. But if you ask me, I think there are a couple of runners that we have been hearing, Ashwini Vaishnav, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. These are the two CM favorites from what we are hearing. While Baba Balak Nath, you have been saying, I have my own doubts on him, because in his own campaign rally, he said, our former CM and our would-be CM is there with us. So his seat, though he has won, he did not win it that convincingly. It wasn't a great win or any win. It was a
very slim margin, you're right.
So,
but okay, but Avinash Kala, the question I ask you is, where Vasundhara Raje's name is concerned, with all that we have seen in the last 24 hours, there's a lot of politics going on backstage where Vasundhara Raje comes into question. 44 MLAs go and meet her. There's a lot of political muscle flexing, something which the High Command is not used to, and already there are murmurs that she doesn't quite find favor where the top echelons of the BJP is concerned.
Absolutely agree with that, Preeti. That is not something new. It has happened in the past as well. But we have to remember that the top echelons of the party are very pragmatic. When the first list didn't go that well, the rebellion was there, they accommodated. And this entire election, BJP has accommodated everybody. So, and that's the reason they've got that victory in. It's about time how they look at it. We have also been hearing that all three might be retained till 2024. So that the momentum keeps on going, they don't miss out on anything. So that is $1 million question. Yes, we agree that the top echelons are not used to it, but Rajasthan, as I've been telling consistently on your show as well, we are a Rajasthan model of politics, be it the BJP or the Congress. Our
but Avinash Kala, final question before I let you go. Yes. Is there a possibility that Vasundhara Raje could anywhere now pull a rabbit off the hat, or really she doesn't have much elbow room anywhere? This is all political muscle flexing, which doesn't matter.
See, it's politics is an art of possibility. So she's trying it all. She has maintained a silence, a pin drop silence all throughout the campaign. No interviews, no bite, just to ensure that she doesn't say anything which might ruffle the feathers the wrong way. So I think she's putting all her political acumen together and trying to send a message. I still have people. And listen, she has given all the sound bites. She has said Jai Jai Modi in the last rally, something that she hasn't done earlier.
All right, well, time will tell, and there's not much time. What we've been given to understand this week.
Not much time left.
Yes, and there's not much time, exactly. And we've been given to believe that this weekend is going to be a meeting in the national capital and a name will be penciled in. But till then, where the Rajasthan model of politics is concerned, trust it to keep you entertained. Thank you, Avinash Kala. I want to bring in, Hemendra, give us about 3 or 4 minutes because we'll cut across to, Rajasthan first and we'll come to Madhya Pradesh in just about 5 minutes from now. But Dev, Ankur and Amitabh are both with us. Amitabh Tiwari, do you concur with what Mr. Kalla just said, that even though Vasundhara Raje, in the looks of it, upper caste, somebody, where the BJP is not very used to political muscle flexing with what she's done in the last 24 hours could well go against her. But on the other hand, you might want a stable figure till 2024. Do you see that happening or somebody entirely new?
Since these elections have been held very close to the Lok Sabha elections, I mean, that factor cannot be ruled out. So BJP might not want to risk going into the Lok Sabha elections because more so when it wants to create a new record and more so when each and every seat in the Lok Sabha is fairly important. Vasundhara Raje also has the number. So, I mean, democratically, she has the number, the highest number of support amongst the MLAs with 44, 47, as we're saying, showing allegiance to her. The Mahila factor is also very important. When the Prime Minister, even in the victory speech, talked about this women reservation bill. So now in all these 3 states, in one of them, because the Mahilas have supported BJP to the hilt and helped them form the government, that factor cannot be ignored. Now, whether it has to be applied in Rajasthan or Chhattisgarh, that is a matter which the High Command will decide. Vasundhara has the heft, enjoys the heft, and particularly at this point of time, going with Baba Balak Nath, in my opinion, is ruled out because Hindutva is not a plank which which the BJP wants to contest the 2024 elections on. It is more inclusive. It is Yuva, Kisan, Mahila, Garib. So I rule him out personally. I'm taking a big risk in that sense. Ashwini Vaishnav, again, is not a hardcore mass leader. You need a mass leader to navigate, because the majority is also slim. It is
in a state like Rajasthan, you need a mass leader. Amitabh, don't you reckon?
Yeah, you need a mass leader and a person who can navigate through this. Since 115 is also, I mean, sort of not a very big number. It is lesser than 120, 163, which the BJP has got earlier. So let's see what happens.
All right, so let's see what happens. Dave, this is the time I bring you in because you've been reporting through the thick of things, Dave, especially 44 MLAs coming in to see Vasundhara Raje, massive show of strength, something which wasn't taken kindly right here where the BJP top command is concerned. What are those MLAs saying, or they've disappeared the minute they've realized that those optics haven't gone down too well?
Well, Preeti, very interesting scenes right now. You said that has not gone down well with the party high command. So is this a course correction happening outside Vasundhara Raje's residence? Because look at these scenes, Preeti. Two huge billboards, and the only picture on that billboard is that of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And look at the message. It says, राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश और छत्तीसगढ़ में भाजपा के प्रचंड बहुमत से विजयी होने पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी को हार्दिक बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं. एंड राइट एट द बॉटम इन दैट ग्रीन स्ट्रिप इज द नेम ऑफ द फॉर्मर चीफ मिनिस्टर वसुंधरा राजे. ऑन द अबव राइट एंड इज द मेंशन ऑफ मोदी की गारंटी, हर गारंटी की पूरी होने की गारंटी. दिस इज 13 civil lines. The camera person should zoom in and show you that this is the official residence. You have reported on several occasions from this particular lane. This is the posh area of civil lines where the homes of ministers, the chief minister, the governor is there. And on both sides, as I mentioned, Preeti, these huge billboards have been put up today itself, a couple of hours ago from now. So this perhaps points towards the fact that, as you said, Preeti, perhaps the optics have not gone down too well, and maybe as a course correction after that muscle flexing, that show of strength that happened in the first 2 days after the results came out on the 3rd of December, this seems to be an attempt perhaps to convey that Raje accepts Modi as the numero uno leader in the BJP, and she knows, Preeti, that the time is of essence out here. Any decision making may happen by the end of this week. So, if any effort, if any attempt has to be made, the time perhaps for Vasundhara Raje and in the camp, the feeling is that the time is now. The attempt
Dave, the time is now, and we're going to come right back to you. Stay with me. Just stay with me. Time is now with what she needs to do. But what she's doing, is it going to go down well? Because, a lot of things can fly where the top echelons of the BJP is concerned, but not trying to hold them to ransom with a show of strength like that. That's trying to cock a snook at the top leadership. What happens there, we'll know, but let's quickly listen in. One of the men who was poised as the next possible chief ministerial face for the Bharatiya Janata Party, at least in Access My India polls, where 10% of our sample polled even more than a Sachin Pilot, and the maximum for the BJP, even more than a Vasundhara Raje, on who would they want as the chief ministerial face for the BJP. It was Balak Nath who was right on top. When I spoke to him on does he fancy his chances as chief minister, this is what he said. Listen in.
योगी जी के जैसे आप अपने आप को, अगर आप ये चुनाव जीतते हैं जो 50 साल में भाजपा ने एक ही बार जीता है, 2013 में तिजारा जो सीट है, अगर आप ये चुनाव जीतते हैं, अपने आप को मानते हैं दायित्व कि आप चीफ मिनिस्टर?
देखिए, मैं ऐसा कुछ नहीं मानता, मैं क्षमा चाहता हूँ. हम एक छोटे से कार्यकर्ता है, एक संत जीवन का भी समाज सेवा करने का धर्म रहता है. यही हमारा मूल धर्म है. पूजा पाठ विधि ये तो हमारा निजी स्वार्थ है. और एक राजनीतिक जीवन जिसको आप कहते हैं, मैं उसको सेवा नीति कहता हूँ. सेवा नीति में भी हमारा यही धर्म है. मैं ऐसा कुछ नहीं मानता हूँ. हमारा संत का, हमारे गुरुजनों का यही हमको गुरु मंत्र होता है कि जहाँ स्थान मिले वहाँ सेवा करो. यहाँ स्थान मिला है, यहाँ सेवा करेंगे. जो आपने कही अगर जीतेंगे, ये अगर वगर का शब्द नहीं है. यहाँ तो जीतेंगे ही, और यहाँ पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी का ध्वज लहराएगा ही. इसमें कोई संदेह किसी को नहीं
होंगे. वो
ये तो पार्टी तय करेगी. मोदी जी ही हमारे सीएम. मोदी जी ही हमारे प्रधानमंत्री, मोदी जी ही हमारे कार्यकर्ता, मोदी जी हमारे रोल मॉडल हैं। और मोदी जी के क्योंकि उनका विचार इतना स्वच्छ और सुंदर और इतना दूरगामी है कि उनका आज पूरा दुनिया उनके पीछे चलने को तैयार है, तो भारतवर्ष के लोग तो उनको कंधे पे उठाकर, आंखों पे, पलकों पे बिठाकर उनके साथ चलने को तैयार है।
Quickly cut across to Dev for Dev, very quickly, if you could encapsulate, this is the language which cuts it where the BJP is concerned. You know, what Vasundhara Raje is doing today, she's playing with fire. What do you reckon?
Well, perhaps Preeti, Vasundhara Raje does not have much to lose. She has been twice the chief minister. She has seen what it means to, be at the helm of affairs in the state such as this. My sense on the ground is that if she's offered a central ministership, she will not be happy with it. If she's offered a deputy chief minister's post, she will definitely not be taking it up. So at this point in time and in this stage of this career, when she has probably seen everything she could have possibly, she has been a minister at the center during the Vajpayee regime. She has seen, how state administration functions. Perhaps she's adamant and she wants this chief ministership more than anything else at this stage of her political career. Having said that, Preeti, it is also a matter of fact that Vasundhara knows how the administration functions. This is a state which is right now in as per an estimate, in financial dire after all those schemes were doled out by the Ashok Gehlot government. So how the financial scenario can be managed hardly 6 months before Lok Sabha elections is something which even, the state leadership of the central leadership of the BJP might be thinking about, because at this stage, at this point in time, they need a leadership in Rajasthan which can take not just the entire state functionaries together, but also ensure that in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections, the party puts up a solid front, and that the BJP would definitely want to repeat 2019 when it bagged all 25 seats in alliance with RLP, perhaps on its own.
All right, so, that's what it's looking like. Well, the BJP top brass might have to swallow a bitter pill and look at Vasundhara Raje Scindia, or completely go in for a fresh face. And only, like I said, we can sit here and conjecture, but only the top brass of the BJP know, and you know who they are. But thank you, Dev, for joining us. But let's cut across and put the focus right now on the state of Madhya Pradesh, and lots of conjecture there too that is being built. Till now, Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been in front of the camera through and through, taking credit for the win, but not really verbalizing it and giving it to the Prime Minister every time he has spoken. He also said that he's not coming to Delhi, but he's going to go to Chhindwara, where the BJP didn't win any seats at all. Hemendra, what's your best bet? What's it looking like? Who could be the Chief Minister in Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj or someone new?
Well, there's very little scope for muscle flexing in Madhya Pradesh. At best, you can do posturing, and that's what Shivraj Singh Chauhan is doing. First, it was like sort of taking credit for the kind of victory that they got through the Ladli Behna Yojana, and thereafter today 2 statements were issued by him. In the first statement, he said that he's not a candidate for the post of chief ministership. He never was, in fact. And in the second one, he said that he would always be trying his best to ensure that the Ladli Behnas, they get the 3,000 rupees that have been promised to them. They right now are getting 1,250 rupees every month. So these 2 conversations, the videos that he released, and in the third statement that he issued, that he's not going to go to Delhi, probably a jibe at the ones who are in the aspirants who are in Delhi. Kailash Vijayvargiya, the party national general secretary, is in Delhi. V.D. Sharma, the state president, is in Delhi. Narendra Singh Tomar, who has recently got elected from Devani, also a member of parliament and a union minister, he's in Delhi. Prahlad Patel is in Delhi. They are in Delhi because parliament is in session, but also a sort of jibe taken at them. And he's saying that he's going to Chhindwara. Chhindwara is one place where the Congress party has won all the seats. Also, Chhindwara is the Lok Sabha seat from where the BJP has not won. Nakul Nath is the member of parliament from there, and Shivraj Chauhan is saying that he wants to garland Prime Minister Modi with the 29th seat in 2024 in the Lok Sabha election. So all sort of posturing happening. But who is going to be the next chief minister? This is the million-dollar question, and the answer to this is with the Prime Minister and the Home Minister.
You're right.
And the Home Minister has signaled
I think one thing we can conclusively say, nobody knows, but only the Prime Minister knows. But, stay on with me. Amitabh Tiwari, I'm going to bring you in on this. Let's separate what happened in Rajasthan and what's happened in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Two very, very different political landscapes and also two very different kind of victories. One, a complete wave election for the BJP in Madhya Pradesh, and in Rajasthan, they could have hoped to at least stack up 10 more on the table. But having said that, Madhya Pradesh is somewhere where they can afford to take a change, to make a change. But will they do it is the big question. What's your hunch?
See, yeah, they can afford to make a change here. However, it comes with terms and conditions in font 6. So 14% of people who have voted for BJP is because of Mamaji, which is Shivraj Singh Chauhan. That's number one. More than or almost double who have voted in the name of Prime Minister Modi as per your Axis My India exit poll, which was bang on. That's number one. Number two, Shivraj Singh Chauhan is the only OBC Chief Minister of BJP. So he needs to be replaced by a OBC. So all other in contention will get rather disqualified because of this aspect. And the third point is that Shivraj has done the maximum number of rallies and he has really worked hard, put his heart and soul into it. So if he is not made the chief minister, then the message will be that party is not rewarding performance, which means that he will need to be accommodated in the center or in the party organization with a big post, because he was anyways earlier a vice president. The president post is not available. So all these dynamics come into play, and of course the Lok Sabha element is also there. So we'll have to see how this pans out, but he is the strongest contender. Again, even in the case of Vasundhara Raje, I mean, I did not complete the point here, is that it could be a short-term arrangement also, that you continue with these big names until Lok Sabha, and then if you get a bigger majority, then you have more power and flexing muscles to put this men to or move up these men and women to the center.
Hemendra, getting you quickly for about 2 minutes here, where the topography, political topography of Madhya Pradesh is concerned, it's different than Rajasthan. Like the 44 MLAs that came in where Vasundhara is concerned, what does it look like in terms of support for Shivraj?
Well, the kind of majority that they have won in Madhya Pradesh, I think it's inconsequential. Shivraj Singh Chauhan did get his men the tickets in the fourth list, but and they also won. Many of his ministers, in fact, 12 of them have lost. Some of them were from the Scindia camp as well. But as far as the decision on the post of chief ministership is concerned and the numbers are concerned, most of the numbers, they owe allegiance to Prime Minister Modi, because these, as you can see in Malwa, 9 out of 9 seats in Indore, the entire Malwa belt has been swept. So the song, the theme that was there, Modi ke man mein MP, MP ke man mein Modi. So the numbers, I think, as far as no political leader in Madhya Pradesh who is aspiring to be the chief minister of Madhya Pradesh is going to go and say these are the numbers standing behind me, right? Because that is not really the case. Everyone, most of them in fact, are standing behind Prime Minister Modi.
Well, you're right. They're standing behind Prime Minister. That's why the topography of Madhya Pradesh very different. But Shivraj Singh Chauhan, especially riding at the back of a Ladli Behna scheme that is touted to have swept Madhya Pradesh, and of course an organizational election run by the BJP, is at least looking at himself as the front runner. Thank you, Hemendra, for joining us. Let's shift the focus right now to the state of Chhattisgarh. And joining me from Chhattisgarh is Sumi Rajapan, who was one of the few reporters and journalists who actually called out the Chhattisgarh election as not so easy, where the Congress was sweeping it. She was very sure it's going to come to a hung assembly, but of course the BJP is one, Sumi. And who's the man in question? Raman Singh, might fancy his chances, but earlier on there was a question mark whether he would be given a ticket at all. Would you see, if there is a change that the BJP will make in those 3 elections, Chhattisgarh is where, in all probability, that change would be made?
Yes, absolutely. That is a great question, whether Dr. Raman Singh is still on the minds of the central leadership. And in fact, looks like he is. He's the one who had been calling the shots. And in fact, he's the one who has been reflected in the list that had come out before the elections. And certainly, Dr. Raman Singh has represented and kept the leadership alive when the BJP central leadership was not keen on developing a secondary, or rather a tertiary layer of leadership in Chhattisgarh. So he he's the most popular name and he can keep all the flocks together. There is a certain degree of acceptability that will come with him. But apart from that, Chhattisgarh has been majorly ruled by the caste politics as well. And this time around, BJP hopefully will be trying to make a major statement as it's a precursor to the 2024 elections. And if BJP is onto that strategy, then a tribal phase would also be an apt option for them. And this time around, they have an experienced person, Vishnu Dev Sai, in the form of Vishnu Dev Sai, who's been a four-time MP and has also served as an MOS in the Modi 1.0 government. And in fact, his name is doing the rounds mostly in the central leadership as well. But we have to wait and watch as to which name comes around in the end. Gomti Sai is another tribal leader they have been discussing on. Renuka Singh is also one such leader. But all these names are doing the rounds. But the final decision rests with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. These are meagerly our predictions on the basis of permutations and combinations that BJP has been discussing within. So we have to wait. We have to wait until 24 hours and we have to wait for the protocol to happen. But meetings, high-level meetings are on in Delhi, and that's where the major the decision will come from.
You know, Sumi, would you stay with me? Let's cut across back to Amitabh Tiwari, who's with us. All right, we don't have Amitabh right now. We're going to cut across to him. But Sumi, getting you back into this conversation, of course, ultimately, one thing we agree on all three state elections and who will be the chief minister, that nobody quite knows. It's only the prime minister and the top leadership, or Amit Shah, possibly a JP Nadda. But yes, that's where it comes down to. But Sumi, bringing you in a state like Chhattisgarh especially, the leadership in the BJP can afford to make a change, especially if they are looking at fighting the 2024 elections at the back of a tribal face and there is enough representation there, or even a woman there, if Vasundhara Raje is not made in Rajasthan, because the BJP does need, at least optics-wise, a woman chief minister, which they don't have.
Absolutely, and the two names that are doing the rounds here are Gomti Sai and Renuka Singh. Renuka Singh is right now currently MOS Tribal Affairs, and she has been going in and around Chhattisgarh. However, her attitude towards work is certainly not in favor of her. But when it comes to Gomti Sai, she's a tribal face, less experienced, but a very close aide of Dr. Raman Singh and Vishnu Dev Sai as well. If Dr. Raman Singh is asked about his opinion and if he is to be given the charge of making the recommendation to the top leadership, then definitely Vishnu Dev Sai and Gomti Sai, either of the two will take the cake. But as you said correctly, that the central leadership can afford to make a major decision and can afford to make the change here as well. If they do not go for a Vasundhara Raje in Rajasthan, then Gomti Sai or Renuka Sai might be the future chief minister of Chhattisgarh.
All right, Sumi Rajapan getting us the very latest. Lots of permutations, combinations being worked at where all those three states are concerned, where a state like Madhya Pradesh comes into question, at least till 2024, keeping in mind the massive victory, a wave election for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Would they want to upset the apple cart or maybe keep Shivraj Singh Chauhan and not make that generational change that they might be looking at? Because he's bucked anti-incumbency, like how, he's floated schemes that have really worked on ground, and possibly keeping him till 2024 could work. He's an OBC face, and who's the counter to that would possibly a Lodhi face like a Prahlad Patel. But to make that change now and unsettle the dynamics where Madhya Pradesh is concerned, maybe not as of now. Where Rajasthan is concerned, viewers, I would think Rajasthan is going to be the most interesting choice where the chief minister comes into question, because Vasundhara Raje Scindia earlier on ignored. I'll give you a story. Once the results had come out, Vasundhara Raje Scindia held a press conference at her own office and then went to the BJP headquarters, and she was, as sources tell us, not, told very clearly that she's not going to address that press conference. It's going to be addressed by the party chief in Rajasthan, CP Joshi, and he's the one who addressed that press conference, and she had to sit in the back room there. Well, what she's subtly done, without giving a single interview, or speaking to the press or saying that, she's not happy, she's not done any of it. She's praised the Prime Minister when it comes down to the rallies, but then she's also, in a show of strength, flexed her political muscle by getting 44 MLAs to come to her place there, some of them even openly suggesting that she is the best bet when it comes down to Rajasthan. will the BJP, especially the top brass, who's really not attuned to any of these kind of stunts, where the local leadership is concerned, will they look at that and go with Vasundhara Raje? Many would say maybe till just about 2024, because those 25 Lok Sabha seats are important. In the last election, 2019, the BJP had swept all of those 25 seats. On the other hand, Chhattisgarh is a place where the BJP can afford to make a change. And if there is going to be a change, many would suggest it will come in Chhattisgarh. But like I said, a lot depends on the permutations, combinations, woman face. If there is one in Rajasthan, will the BJP go differently in the state of Chhattisgarh? We'll only know by the weekend, because we have been given to understand a decision will be made by then. A quick break, viewers. Thank you for watching. Up next is Rahul Karan.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
"23-year-old Bhuvneshwar Sahu was killed in communal clashes in Biranpur village in Bhemtara district in April this year. The clashes between Hindus and Muslims had erupted over a fight between two children. 8 months later, Bhuvneshwar's father, Ishwar Sahu, an ordinary villager with no political background, has caused the biggest upset in the Chhattisgarh Assembly elections. Ishwar Sahu, who fought on a BJP ticket, defeated 7-term Congress MLA and former Minister Ravindra Chaube from the Saja constituency by more than 5,000 votes.
हमारे क्षेत्र के रविंद्र चौबे ला हराना जरूरी समझिस, जो बोला हराइस और खुद के अपन जीत तैयार करी, जीतीस खुद के विधायक बनी तो खुद जीती से.
After the communal clashes in April, the BJP had accused the Bhupesh Baghel government of siding with the culprits. Ishwar assures his voters he is not here to seek revenge.
बदले की राजनीतिक नहीं करेंगे. हम जो हमारे केंद्र सरकार की योजना है, हमारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के जो घोषणा पत्र में जितना भी योजना है, और हम ये चुनाव प्रचार में हम पूरे हमारे साझा विधानसभा क्षेत्र के 290 गांव में गए. हम एक जनता की समस्या से वाकिफ है, हमने अपनी आंखों से देखा है. हम पूरी अपने जिम्मेदारी के साथ हर जनता की समस्या का समाधान करने की पूरी कोशिश करेंगे.
Sahu described his election as the victory of justice over injustice. With Sumi Rajappan in Chhattisgarh, Bureau Report, India Today.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
After sweeping the Hindi heartland when the big three of the BJP decide on chief ministers, the one question that will play on their minds is whether to go with old guard or bring new blood. Contender number 1, Shivraj Singh Chauhan. One of the architects of the BJP's landslide in Madhya Pradesh is Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Chauhan's welfare schemes, especially the Ladli Behna Yojana that put money in the pockets of poor women, are being cited as vote winner. Mamaji, as he is called by his supporters, is eyeing a 5th term. While there were fears of voter fatigue, Chauhan's stunning victory despite 18 years in power has dispelled that. Contender number 2, Narendra Singh Tomar. The Union Agriculture Minister is among the three sent to fight state elections. Tomar, a two-time president of the BJP, knows the nuts and bolts of the party machinery and is close to the top leadership. Contender number 3. Kailash Vijayvargiya is a 6-time MP. He has never lost an assembly election. Vijayvargiya has been in the state cabinet for more than 12 years. Contender number 4. Jyotiraditya Scindia, who broke away from the Congress, gifting Madhya Pradesh to the BJP in 2020. Scindia delivered the Gwalior-Chambal belt, considered a stronghold of the Congress. First-time MP and State President V.D. Sharma is also a contender for. He is said to have a strong organizational hold in the state. Bureau Report, India Today.
In politics, everyone has an opinion, but I have the data. Whose stock is rising? Whose graph is falling? Track India's political stock exchange. Unmatched, unmissable data analytics. The only show on News TV when numbers do the talking. India's most credible poll tracker. The Political Stock Exchange with Rahul Kamal, only on India Today.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Growing Legacies.
Co-presented by Century Laminates by Manish Malhotra, fashion for your furniture.
Co-presented by Macho Hind, Bade Aaram Se.
Co-presented by New Kia Sonet, the Wild Reborn. Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com, Har family hogi insured.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching the News Track. I'm Rahul Kangal.